So I had heard it been put that it was the saddest night that a person I was talking to, the saddest night he had ever experienced. I believe it. I believe it. Because I didn't get the regular knock, knock, knock at the door, Miss Goodwin, we want you to come down and identify. I didn't get that. I didn't get that. I got to walk up on the car and find your son slumped over in a car and grabbing him and being held at gunpoint by the police, and my family and my children just going crazy. That's what I experienced. I experienced my looking over at my 8-year-old son just in his underwear with a blank, just a blank look on his face, like, oh my God, my biggest role model is in that car. And nobody brought him a blanket or a towel, or, you know, it's just, everything was just gone. Just gone.
So did they ever catch who did it?
What
about the other guy that was in the car?
He went to jail because they believe that the other guy, that he shot at the other guys and the other guys shot back. And so they were defending themselves, so they called it a justifiable homicide and sent him to jail. That's how it happened.
So is he out right now?
Yes.
I know he ain't having no good sleep.
He ain't having no good life. You know, wow. Yeah. But I expected a better life because you are the reason that he's not here. And I expected a better life. But, you know, my expectations and my plans are not God's plans. So I can't, you know, control the things I can't dwell on the things I can't control. So therefore I have to make my baby's light shine. Because so many people try to make it be a negative, and it wasn't a negative. It wasn't a negative. No, he helped so many people. He had so many friends, and he loved it. And if he didn't like you, he didn't like you. That's just it. But I just want people to know that God is the restorer of your soul.
Amen.
He is the restorer of your soul. And in that you have to believe.
True.
You have to believe. And know that he'll fix it. And it goes far beyond standing at the grave watching the casket be rolled into the ground. I feel that. I also know about the changes in you that you can't understand, and that everyone sees you changing and they don't know how to address you because you're not the same person anymore. How do you get from that? How do you come from that? How do you help your children who feel like they can't cry around you because you might fall all out in the floor, so they can't cry? So imagine them hurting but far away from you. Never really saw my son cry. He was 8 years old. I never really saw him cry. I saw him stand strong at 8. I saw him put his head in his books and make straight A's and become that perfect son. I never saw my son cry. I saw him pick up where his brother had left off and try to grow up and be better. That's what I saw. And I see them doing good for themselves and doing better. So my prayer is that everybody heals. And everybody's able to heal their land. Everybody knows how to pick up and keep going. And it's hard. It's not easy. I heard a man tell me one time, he said, losing a child is like waking up every morning and swinging your legs, pulling the cover back, swinging your legs over to the side of the bed only to realize you don't have any legs. So now you have to figure out, how do I get from here to there.
Yeah, that's a good one right there.
And which way do I go? But how can I move from here with no legs and get to there?
Got it. It's the only way. It's the only way.
It's the only way. And you have to forgive. I learned that forgiveness, without forgiveness, you cannot enter the heavens of God.
Yes.
Will not enter the gates of heaven. And I will not let anything stop me from seeing myself.
Amen.
Amen.